started with this video, I just want to say congratulations to Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns for clinching their first NBA Finals since 1993. And congrats to, like I said, CP3 for clinching his first career NBA Finals. That is still no easy task, so congrats to him. This is coming from a Lakers fan who lost to this team, so congrats Chris Paul. He's one of my favorite players, one of my top 5 favorite players of all time, so I'm so happy for him. So we're going to talk about what does this ring, if they win it, do for Chris Paul's legacy. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Drop a like on this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get it. So the other day, Chris Paul just put on arguably the greatest performance of his career. He just completely torched the LA Clippers in Game 6 to end that series. He put up 41 points, 16 for 24 shooting, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and had 0 turnovers. That is absolutely amazing. That is an all-time performance from an all-time great. That's straight up, we just watched one of the greatest playoff performances ever, really. And the Suns being in the NBA Finals mean this is Chris Paul's first Finals ever. You gotta take a look back to when he was in Houston and he was hurt for Game 7. That team missed 28 consecutive threes. He had Trevor Ariza going 0 for 12. James Harden went 10 for 29. It just wasn't a good look, and he wasn't out there for the biggest game of his career. And then he finally gets that redemption. He gets back there, and he actually just showed up. And it makes you wonder what would have happened in 2018 had he stayed on the floor and didn't get hurt, you know? So I want to look at what would this ring actually do for his legacy. So in my personal opinion, Chris Paul is already a top 5 point guard of all time. I really have a hard time putting him outside of top 5. I just think that you can't really name 5 point guards better than he was. And you can't really name 5 point guards that have better careers than he has. Right now, I would say Magic is 1, Steph is 2, then I would have Oscar Robertson at 3, and then I'd probably have Chris Paul at 4 and Stockton at 5 right now. Because, I mean, look at Chris Paul's resume. It really does truly speak for itself. Chris Paul's averaged 18, 9, and 5 for his career and is shown to be the best leader in the NBA even today. Every team that he goes to literally turns into a winning team. That OKC Thunder team last year was supposed to be a lottery team. They had no business being the 5th seed last year. They had no business being a 5th seed, almost a 4th seed, and they were only, what, maybe 2-3 wins out from the 3rd seed. They had no business being that good and nearly beat his old team in Houston last year. That is hella impressive. And just look at Chris Paul's just numbers, his accolades over the course of his career. An 11-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP, 4-time All-NBA First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, All-NBA Third Team only once in his career, 7-time NBA All-Defensive First Team, 2-time NBA All-Defensive Second Team. He was the Rookie of the Year, and he was on the All-Rookie First Team. He's a 4-time assists leader and a 6-time NBA steals leader. His resume is one of the greatest resumes, not just for a point guard, but in the NBA as a whole. And that goes to show you, I really genuinely feel like this ring could put him top 3. I have a hard time thinking maybe this ring does put him above the Big O, because look at his resume, look at the stuff he's doing, and then look at the performance he just had. It's really hard to keep him out of the top 3. Now for some people he might not even be top 5, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I feel like Chris Paul is top 5 already. But I would think that for those people, this type of performance, it should put him in the top 5. Now I understand that this ring has its flaws. The Suns haven't really beaten a team that's fully healthy. The Lakers weren't fully healthy. The Nuggets didn't have Jamal Murray, and the Clippers didn't have Kawhi Leonard. The Suns haven't beaten a team in the playoffs that hasn't been just absolutely battered by injury. And the chances are they're going to play a team in the finals that has injuries. So it does have its flaws, but the argument to say that the team's ring doesn't count is lame to me. I think that is so bogus, really, because if it was your team, you'd probably be saying different. And I mean, come on, bro. These guys are still playing extremely hard, and what can you do about injuries? That's not Phoenix's fault, you know? Beat who they put in front of you. That's all you can really ask of them. to do. I just think Chris Paul has been consistently one of the 10 greatest point guards of all time. I think year in and year out, he has been at least a top 5 point guard in the league, maybe the top 7, because, you know, his 2019 season wasn't that great with Houston. And he's consistently still been one of the top point guards in the league, really the entirety of his career. And I think he's already going to be a top 5 point guard of all time, but I think this ring would solidify him in the top 3. That's just my opinion. He has his flaws, constant injuries in the postseason. He's come up short several times, blown 3-1 leads, stuff like that. But this year, you can see he wants it bad, and I think that's the big thing with Chris Paul. So what do you guys think that this ring does for Chris Paul's legacy and his career? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.